consequential. Second of all, Walz is a buffoon. I'm sorry. This guy, he's the only school teacher in America who brags that none of his students can get into an Ivy League school. He's had one consequential press interaction with our Dana Bash, who asked him about the fabrications in his own resume. And his answer was essentially, me no understand words good. I mean, he's a buffoon. He's on a free ride for running under Harris. He gets very consequential.
Scott, hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I'm Van, and we are all the LFR family. Thank you so much for pulling up. Hopefully, you gave God all praise, glory, and honor for blessing you and your family as y'all slept under the roof that He blessed you with. And thank God for all of the utilities that you have in your house, in your the activity of your limbs, and for grace and for mercy and for blessing you from seen and unseen dangers. All of those things, y'all are absolutely amazing. Guys, thank you so much for pulling up. The only price of admission for my live streams is to simply hit the like button. Look right here, my wound is healing for when I accidentally stabbed myself in the hand and got 3 stitches. Rushing, man, just not paying attention. Always cut away from your body, boys and girls, away. When you pull out that knife and you're cutting something to open it, cut away from your body, boys and girls, not toward, because I made the mistake and I had to rush to urgent care because I couldn't stop the bleeding in my daggone hand. Neither could the doctors until they put these stitches in my hand. But to God be the glory, man. We are here today. I first want to send my prayers and condolences to the people who suffered from Hurricane Helene. Or Hurricane Helen. Is it Hurricane Helen? It's spelled Helene. Hurricane Helen. And you know what I mean, and cover those folks, man. But we do realize that we have people in place like President Biden or Vice President Kamala Harris, who have yet to go visit them individuals. And I remember during Hurricane Katrina, when Bush refused to go out there or didn't go out there yet. He didn't rush to go out there. Everybody was calling him racist. They was calling him all sorts of things, man. They was they was really trying to tear him apart because Hurricane Katrina was in New Orleans, which was a mostly black area. And they was trying to say that since he didn't go out there, well, guess what? They're not holding Joe Biden and Kamala to the same standard. As a matter of fact, when Joe Biden was asked about whether or not he was going out there, he said he's going to try to make it out there this week. I'm gonna try to make it out there this week. I don't know, but we're going to talk about that later, man. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. Hit the like button. All right, so we got some good joints to cover with y'all today, man. It's going to be absolutely dope. First of all, our boy Tim Walz went to a college football game, man, and this brother is I don't know, man. Does he realize that he's running for VP? Does he realize he's running for VP? He starts to get heckled, and this brother starts flipping. He starts flipping people off. Look at this right here, man.
Oh, yeah. Trump 2024, baby. Oh, yeah. Trump 2024, baby.
So that's the only thing you got to say to him.
Trump 2024, baby. Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing you got to say to him.
Baby.
There you go right there. So the only thing you got to say to Tim Walz is Trump 2024, and he will flip you off. So next time y'all see Tim Walz out there in these streets, make sure y'all say Trump 2024 and see what he says, man. This is absolutely ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous, man. It is ridiculous. Seriously, listen to this brother right here talk about how he worked with Tim Walz for a minute, and watch. He said he was an ultimate disaster, bro. This is crazy. You can't make this stuff up. It seems like it's written by Jerry Seinfeld or Larry David on Curb Your Enthusiasm, two of my favorite shows of all time. And if you've never seen Curb Your Enthusiasm with Larry David, make sure you check out the MAGA hat. The MAGA hat one, where he anytime somebody wanted to sit next to him at a bar or something and he wanted to sit by himself, he would just put on a MAGA hat and they would run away. Or when somebody started yelling at him in his car, and it was a biker dude, and he put on a MAGA hat, and the dude on the bike he went ahead and just kept it moving after that because I guess bikers are friends with Trump. But check this out, man. This Tim Walz is a joke, bro. He's an absolute joke.
Yeah, Tim's been a complete disaster in Minnesota. And what's happened is he's so good at being this folksy, nice, kind of down-to-earth guy until people get to know him and his policies. I don't know if you know this, but his old congressional district, where he played this character for several years of being kind of a folksy, ag-friendly outdoorsman, he lost it in both of his gubernatorial races. In the last one, almost by 10 points. He's not well-liked because once you get to know the real Tim Walz, he's like Gavin Newsom in a flannel shirt.
You don't have to like him. He says he's like Gavin Newsom, man. Shout out to Gavin Newsom for completely destroying California. We absolutely love what you're doing over there in Cali, bro. Keep up the great work. Keep up the phenomenal work over there in Cali, man. Mr. Newsom, you are doing a phenomenal job. An absolutely stand-up job, a bang-up job, bro. But shout out to, listen, this right here was put out there. I just love X, man, because the things that happen, look how they make fun of him on SNL, bro. They make fun of this dude on SNL and everything. Look at this. They was making, and I can't play too much of it because SNL is petty. They petty, especially if we're talking about, if we're pro-Trump on this channel, they would probably give me a strike for this, but I'm just going to play a real quick part of it just so you can see how they see. This is how the liberals see Tim Walz. See this guy as a clown, bro. That's what they see this guy as, but they still picked him. The reason why they picked him is because they know that people are going to vote for them regardless. They're going to vote not for Tim. They're not voting for Kamala. They both, all these people know that Kamala and Tim don't really bring anything to the table. They don't, but they're voting against Trump because they've painted all of this vitriol against Trump, man, against you all. They keep on saying that they don't want this country to be divided, but they are clearly only making policy, only trying to be president and VP for the left. They can care less about conservatives. They can care less about anybody who do not vote for them. Just the same way that Hillary Clinton was calling y'all a basket of deplorables. Back then, I thought that was hilarious. I didn't know what basket of deplorables was, but I thought it was cool that a politician was saying, screw y'all if you don't vote for me. I didn't realize that if you win, you got to be my president too. If you win, you got to look out for me too. They don't act like that, bro. They don't act like that at all, as a matter of fact. So check this out, man. So Tim Walz, he flipped off Michigan fans at the game. We already saw that happen. But check this out, man. So I saw Joe Biden was trending, and I wanted to know why. Because Sleepy Joe hasn't been around for a long daggone time. So I pulled up this Twitter feed to see what was up. And I don't know if y'all looked already, but after everything going on with the hurricane and more than 100 people passing away, Lord bless those families, families of the deceased, the friends and relatives, anybody who loved them. My condolences to them. But Joe Biden was actually asked about them, and this dude made more of a he said that I plan on visiting them next week. I mean, this week sometime. I plan on getting out there sometime this next week, and just completely dismissed it. Nobody knows what he's doing right now. Nobody knows who's running the country right now. I'm just concerned because I'm paying attention to politics all of a sudden. I didn't pay attention to politics before, and now that I am, it's embarrassing. It's freaking embarrassing, bro. It's freaking embarrassing. Did you know that Trump is already making sure that those folk are okay? Trump is already providing for these people, visiting these people, feeding the police force. He's not even the president. He's not even the president. He's not using government funds. He's not using government resources. This dude is already active. He's taking action already, bro. He's taking action already. This is the type of person that you want to be president. So y'all been wondering where Joe Biden is. Here he is right here.
Mr. President, will you deploy more U.S. U.S. troops to the Middle East.
Mr. President, has Netanyahu gone too far?
And look how fast Jill Biden is walking away. Now that they done kicked her daggone hubby from the White House, she don't want any parts of the limelight. They tried to set her up inside of the you remember in the last week when she was inside of that they were having a big meeting and they set her at the head of the table so it could be all about Jill. He was like, "You got it, kid." I don't know why in the hell you call your wife kid, but hey, if that's what you do, if that's what turn you on, if that's what you consider foreplay, if that's what's going to make Jill moist and get her ready for when you come back to the White House later on, when you come back to the Oval Office, she could be like, "Remember when you called me kid? Did you mean it? Because I have to tell you, Joe, that really turned me on." I know that y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all probably like, burn these images from my mind. But Jill Biden is trying to get up out of there. She don't want to see y'all. She don't like y'all. She's pissed off at Kamala. She's pissed off at everybody in the Democratic Party. She don't like Nancy. I heard she want to fight her. And you know what? I wouldn't be upset if she did slap the hell out of Nancy Pelosi, because Nancy is the one that's controlling all the puppet strings. She's controlling all of the strings. Like, doop, 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 doop. She's controlling every damn thing. But Jill Biden used to love being in the limelight. Like, make it all about me. Look how fast she walked away, man. And it doesn't help that her husband is so slow.
Mr. President, has Netanyahu
She's
gone
practically
too far?
running.
Any comment on the strikes in Yemen, Mr. President?
Both sides, they got to settle the strike. Support the collective bargaining effort. I think they'll settle the strike.
So y'all heard about the strikes in Yemen, right? Y'all heard about the strikes in Yemen and how this is going to negatively impact so many people, right? Right? This dude said, "I ain't even getting involved, man. I spoke to both sides. I told them, go ahead and handle it yourself. What they do is what they do. I do realize I have a voice, but hey, man, I'm out of here in a little bit. I done already put in my papers. I done already packed up all my stuff to leave the White House. And you asking me questions? Let me tell you something. I would still be the president right now if Kamala and Obama didn't go behind my back and push me out." And they was like, wait, Mr. President, you're not supposed to talk about that stuff. You know what? No comment. I spoke to both sides. They handling their stuff, and I ain't got nothing to say. That's pretty much what he said, bro. That's pretty much what he said. He's telling y'all to kiss his white ass because he don't want to have anything to do with any of that. Nothing. Not one bit. So check this out. President Trump just announced his announcement from him. He just now announced, and thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. It says, "Love your channel. Thanks for what you're doing." I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just a content creator. I really appreciate you pulling up and liking the video and watching the video, but I'm simply a content creator. That's all. So President Trump put out a statement in this, and it reads, "President Trump, 45th president of the United States, will visit Valdosta, Georgia to receive a briefing on the devastation of Hurricane Helene, facilitate the distribution of relief supplies, and deliver remarks to the press on Monday." This is something that Kamala and them are not doing. This is what it looked like right now in that area where people have had to be flown out. They can't get out right now, and people can't get in unless they fly in. This is how bad it looks, bro. Look at this. This is how bad it looks. But we're not hearing from our own amazing president about it. They're not out there. This is what people are dealing with, bro. This is it. Where's our amazing future president? This is horrible. And Joe Biden says, "I may visit this week."
Tonight, an unfolding catastrophe in Asheville, North Carolina. Homes and buildings swept away by raging floodwaters that have submerged the town.
It's beyond anything I've ever seen in my lifetime.
Parts of the town not underwater, completely cut off.
Somebody on a Facebook post said something about having to fly out of Asheville because you can't drive out of Asheville.
That extreme.
Yeah.
With no power and no cell service, crowds formed outside this hotel, one of the only places in town with working Wi-Fi.
We've been just trying to get on as
much as we can and either get an email or a text out and just let everybody know that we're okay.
We met up with Cindy Tran, her forever home, a self-described oasis, ravaged by the cresting French Broad River nearby.
The water came up so quick, halfway up to the second floor. We thought the way it just kept rising so fast, it was going to get to the second floor. So we had to get out.
A similar scene in the town of Chimney Rock, virtually wiped off the map by floodwaters.
Chimney Rock's gone. Flying Bridge is gone.
Meanwhile,
So-
heavy rains triggering a
So the reason why I showed this, the reason why I had to show this is because here's what's happening, right? Trump is going to go out there and help out because he care. He's going to go to North Carolina and he's going to help out because he care. Here's something that people do when they're just trying to get on the news, just for the sake of letting people know that, hey, don't forget about me. I'm doing some big things. I'm at the border. I'm visiting the border. I'm doing my part. I'm talking to the patrol, the border patrol. I'm trying to make it seem like I'm presidential. I'm trying to make it seem like I give a damn. This is look, take a picture of me looking presidential. You still don't look presidential. You look like a damn woman walking with some officers and trying to play a damn part. Just send her to the SNL, bro. Send her to Hollywood. She want to be an actress. She's done a damn good job acting right now because she has fooled so many people. She can care less about visiting the border. She can care less about getting it right. And then look at what she actually says. Look at this right here. It says, as president, I don't know if y'all can see this, but it says, as president, I will secure the border, disrupt the flow of fentanyl coming into the United States, and work to fix our broken system of immigration. This broad posted this yesterday. She posted this yesterday. Kamala, what the hell have you done for the border? Look at what Jesse Lee Peterson writes. Amazing how this woman just lies and people actually consider voting for her. This is what she do. This is what she do. This is ridiculous, bro. This right here, you know, she keep on saying that she's a middle class. She grew up in middle class. This is the middle class home she grew up in. Ain't no cotton picking way in the world. This was her. Man, get out of here, bro. I don't know how in the world they trick these individuals to voting for them, believing that you're voting against the elites. We're sticking it to the elites so that we can help you out. Nah, bro. They are the elites. They are far more wealthy than liberals are. And she's never run a business or anything, but something that she does do, oh man, she knows how to sell herself out. She knows how to play the part until she gets the money. She knows how to play the part until she gets the role. This is what she does, man. This right here reads, VP Kamala Harris keeps trying to distance herself from Joe Biden's administration because of the cataclysmic failures of the last 4 years. Why? She knows she can't say Americans are better off now than before she and President Biden took office. That's the reason why she will never try to speak down or speak the truth about Biden's administration, because she knows that she's tied into it. 1,000%. 1,000%. So this is where we are, man. It's I don't know. I apologize for rambling, guys. I'm just a little upset. I'm one of those voters that actually give a damn. And I watch both sides. I watch Kamala Harris on X, her and all of her fans and biggest supporters. They post a lot of anti-Trump, anti-conservative type of commentary on their X feed. And I watch it. I watch it just to see what they're saying. They never acknowledge anything that Kamala falls short on. They never acknowledge anything that she should do better in. They never acknowledge the fact that she said she wants to give people $50,000 to start businesses because you can't start a business with $5,000. I know many people who start businesses with less than $5,000. As a matter of fact, a lot of illegal immigrants that come over here and they go and purchase lawnmowers and rakes and blowers and everything they need to cut people's lawns, they start their businesses with under $5,000 all the daggone time, all the time. But since Kamala never started a business, she never ran a business before, she don't understand the economy, but she plans on turning the economy around, not from the last 3.5 years, because the last 3.5 years was absolutely great. Thank you, Joe. We love you, Joe. Now get the hell out and take Jill with you. She's been getting on my nerves for the last 4 years. Take her with you. But we love you, Joe. You've been doing such a phenomenal job. You turned it around. It's much better than it was before Trump. I mean, before Trump ruined everything and his failures. But she said, no, we want to go back a decade, not the last 3 years. I don't understand it, bro. What am I missing? Maybe I'm the slow one. Maybe I'm the slow one. I might be the slow one. And if I am, whatever. I don't mind being the slow one. Thank y'all so much again for pulling up. Lisa Marie, what's up? B, what's up? All of my blues, man. Y'all are absolutely phenomenal. Hey, Sweet Angel, what's going on? Schumacher and everybody, what's going on, man? I really appreciate y'all pulling up. That's all I have for this morning. I got to prepare for my call, but I will be back with some better live streams later on. Love y'all, man. All of the super chats, I appreciate it. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. Look at my 3 stitches. I will keep on putting them up. But shout out to the LFR family. Y'all are absolutely dope. Love y'all, man. See you on the next live stream. Peace, man. I'm just upset right now.